Okay, I just thought I would record it, pre-record it instead of do a live stream because my internet is being shitty right now. So, okay, so let's start over. Okay, so when I'm making my movesets for Kingdom Hearts 3, they're usually based off of other games. So I have the one where I make them based off of classes from FF14, and then I have it where I make it based off classes from Black Desert Online. If I make one based off classes from Final Fantasy XIV, it's a lot easier because the animations are um their animations are a lot more simple and the effects aren't as heavy as BDO. BDO's effects on their skills are there are a lot of effects at once. So I'll give an example of, so this is my Gunblade moveset. So you all haven't seen this one yet. Let me get out of that form. So don't mind the stance, it's for the samurai thing. Samurai ninja moveset. Anyway, so I'm gonna give an example of so where are those effects? Okay. So with where is like the video? So with Gunbreaker, a lot of the attacks in my Gunblade moveset are based off of Gunbreaker in FF14, as well as Squall's moveset in Dissidia. So let's do Gunbreaker. So Gunbreaker, I'll show a few moves. So the first thing with the Gunblade moveset is it's a Gunblade. So every time you attack, there has to be like the Gunblade firing. So that's the first thing you want to get out of the way. See that? When he attacks, boom, boom, it fires. I'll do it again. And you want to make sure the trail for the Keyblade is really flashy because Gunbreaker's moveset is very flashy. So, I'm trying to think of an attack I remade. So, that was basically the 2-slasher. So, when I remade this right here, that is this. Okay? Then as you notice, the explosions get bigger. So along with that, my shield ready. Another thing that's important when doing movesets is sound. This has to sound like this is a Gunblade, and it does sound like it's a Gunblade. You hear the shing from the Gunblade, and then you hear the explosion. You hear the boom boom from the explosion. Not the explosion, but from the Gunblade firing, so. Okay. That attack right there. So I remade that attack to look like. Did I do it in second form or for base form? Okay, that's in second form. Okay, so let me go to second form. See? So stab again. See, there's the stab. See that? I'm going to show you again in the game. Okay. So then I'll look for another attack to recreate. Blasting Zone. That's a good one. So, did I do Blasting Zone on second form or first? Base form. I think I did it on base form, so. There we go. There's Blasting Zone. See that? FF14 skills are typically really easy to recreate in Kingdom Hearts 3. The effects aren't too heavy. See that? Okay. So another attack that I remade. Okay, it was this attack. Okay, now this one was tough. There's a lot of effects at once. So, and he's doing a cross slash. See that? So I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, why don't I just change the trail to orange and blue? So I came up with this. This one. See that? You get the cross slash, you get all the slashes. It's very flashy. I'll do it again. I don't really need zoomers. See that? I'll do it again. So the rest of the attacks I remade are, so I remade some moves, but then some moves I just did my own thing. So a lot of his air combos, I did my own thing. And so the finisher is, the Angel Wing is, it's an ode to Rinoa, because Rinoa is the sorceress, and she's known for having the Angel Wings, and Tamisha is known for having the Devil Wings. So I'll do that air combo again. If you notice, the effects are different in the air. They're not just blue, they're blue and orange. I'll do it again. I like the air combos very much. I might slow them down a bit. I kind of just went crazy and did my own thing with the air combos. Okay, so let's talk about Ninja. So Ninja initially started out as remaking skills from FF14's Ninja, but then I decided to have it be a recreation of BDO's Ninja instead, because Videos Ninja is much better in my opinion. So let me show you how I how I did my moveset based off of that. So, so I separate their videos by class, and then I have about 800 effects that I've recorded myself, actually 915. And I go through all these effects and I say, well, which class would these effects suit the best? With Ninja, his succession. So when you're remaking attacks, if you can't get the exact same animation, try your best to get the exact same effect. And what I mean by that is, so there's an effect that he has that I really like. I'm trying to find it. It's this one, the red aura, and it is these slashes. See those slashes? I like those slashes. See all those slashes? I like that. I like that a lot. So, does that look cool? It looks so much cooler than FF14's Ninja. So, I said, okay, I don't have these exact ninja animations, but what I can do is give him those slashes. So let me spawn this. So you've already seen a preview of the ninja moveset. A lot has changed. So I've got the slashes. See that? I've got the slashes. You want to make sure that it's not too overwhelming. You want to make sure that you can see Sora clearly and see the enemy clearly. So I'll do the base combo at the ground. So that is ground to air. I make sure the last hit on the ground, the last attack on the ground, brings him in the air. Did I change anything for second form? I'm trying to remember. See ya. So that goes into second form. Oh yeah, I did change it. Okay, so. I'll show that again. See that?
Insolence.
I'm really proud of this moveset. So now I'm going to show you Dracania. So don't mind the Dragoon's Lance. That's just a placeholder because I haven't gotten the weapon made for Dracania yet. So for Dracania, let's see. So I wanted to combine Dracania's Awakening and Succession. So if you look at her Succession, a lot of lightning, a little bit of fire, but mostly lightning. And then if you look at her Awakening, a lot of red flames and blue flames. A lot of red flames and blue flames. So as I said before, if you can't get the exact same animation, get close to it. If you look at Dracania's Awakening, a lot of stabs. A lot of stabs. If you look at Dracania's Succession or Pre-Awakening, a lot of slashes. So, with that said, I will give an example of an attack. So this attack sequence right here, stab in the ground again, pull the sword out, stab in the ground again. So Sora obviously doesn't have an animation like that, but he does have an animation of him stabbing into the ground. So I see that there are a lot of lightning and a little bit of fire, but mostly lightning effects. So I came up for that attack sequence, I came up with this. Oh, I killed Zimus. Okay. So, as you can see, I'll slow it down. I'll walk to him. There's a lot of lightning, just like Dracania. A lot of the lightning is the same color, which is perfect. There's your fire. And then there's your lightning again. I'll show it again. There's Sora stabbing into the ground, and then pulling his sword out of the ground and launching him. So that took care of that. So I wanted to give him an attack where he's stabbing the enemy because Dracania has attacks where she stabs the enemy. So I did this. You see that? So there's the stab, there's the lightning from Dracania Pre-Awakened in Succession, there's the blue flame from her Awakening, and there's the orange flame from her Awakening. So again and again. Now the next attack belongs to Sage, because I thought, if she's doing lightning, why don't I just combine lightning from another class, and that class is Sage. So I'll go to my Sage folder. So Sage has an attack where he I'm trying to find it. Okay, here we go. See that? He goes into the air, goes back down to the enemy. So for that attack, I came up with this. Now, throwing lightning at the enemy, warping into the sky, come crashing down. I will show it again. It has the lightning effects, and the animation is very similar. The third attack is Dracania inspired attack. As you can see in her, not this one. She has a lot of slashes. So that's when I came up with this. So it ends with the blue and orange frames from Draconia's Awakening, but the slashes before have lightning from Draconia's Succession. I'll do it again. Okay, these last two attacks are really OP. So, at the end of the Dracana video, it shows her like limit break. So she warps, turns invisible, strikes the enemy with lightning, comes back down. So I'm thinking, okay, how can I do this? How can I make this attack? So this is what the attack originally looks like. And this is what I was able to come up with. I'll show it again. Sword's invisible. Lightning strikes. Comes back. I love that attack. Okay. I'm really proud of this moveset. It's not done yet. I'm going to change some effects more. So I'll do that again. So when Sora is far from the enemy, the attack changes, and that is inspired by this attack. So she shoots like a shockwave. So I'm like, okay, I need Sora to shoot a shockwave. So he will do this. There's the lightning, there's the fire, everything. I'm going to scale the effects down because I think they're take up too much of the screen. I'm going to dial the fire back a bit. As you notice, the BDO attacks are a lot more flashy because BDO is a much more flashier game. Its whole motif is like a loser game, one person versus an army, so that's why the BDO movesets are a lot more OP looking. I'll show it again. Okay, and so this is the attack that I'm really proud of. So it is based off of Sage. So go back to Sage. It is inspired by this attack. Okay, so Sora can't stand stationary like that. He'll get attacked. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, how can I get Sora to stand stationary but also be able to attack the enemy and have lightning rain down on them? So I came up with this. I'll show it again. It lifts the enemy up so they can't move. Oh, he died. So this is it all together. And you can do the Sage attack anytime you want. As you can see, I could do it whatever. Okay, so I think that's it for now. I guess I'll show you what I came up with for the gunblade form.
My shield's ready! Take this!
Okay, it's not quite finished yet. I have been working on the BDO moveset, so I haven't really been working on the Special 14 movesets. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did a good job of explaining my creative process. So basically, when it comes to making movesets inspired by classes from other games, what's important is animations, effect, and sound. Effect and sound are the two most important things. Animation is secondary because you don't have to have the exact same animation. As long as the viewer can get the theme, that's good enough. So, hear that? The sounds, the effects. It is heavily inspired by BDO's Ninja. So that's it. So stay tuned for some work in progress videos. That's all, I guess.